And that's coming up next here on NBC Europe is Jan-Uwe Waldner of Sweden facing Wang Liqin of China. That's coming up next, so stay with us.
He can make shots that nobody else can do, and he's more like an artist. So you will, the more guy who will try.
Here in game number one, he just seems very, very composed. He seems very much in control of every aspect.
He knows the bounce. He knows what to expect from the opponent, and you will also, if Waldner's backhand side is a little bit, sometimes very, very efficient. Sometimes it could be so.
Quickly back for the ball and ready for the next point immediately.
3-11.
Waldner is just
a little bit afraid. He must go in with
maybe a little more aggressive.
Yeah, or feeling or thinking that he is there to winning this title and trying to really get some pressure on Waldner. I haven't seen that yet. In Hong Kong, so he has to be among the 16 to qualify. And obviously, for both players, this will be a boost in terms of points towards that final.
Net and long. 19-8. Waldner leading. Game number one of the best of 5 set Japan Open Championship.
It could be a little bit, like you're saying, it could be a little bit dangerous for him. Now you can also notice that any thinking of gaining first set's too easy.
Set point, Waldner. Net. You can see Waldner's design just now to get this over with. Get this first set over with. He's got a chance to finish it here, and he does. First game goes to Waldner. 21 Japan Open. Jan-Uwe Waldner takes game one in the championship, 21-11. We're in game two.
Who dominate, who sets the pace, and is more or less pushing Wang Liqin to almost errors in all fields.
For the cash, but also for those very, very valuable points, because only the top 16 ranked players are going to make it to compete in the tour finale in Hong Kong.
Yes, that's right, and he certainly does so, and it looks like, I mean, there's still 7 events left on the tour, so he can catch up with a few appearances during this autumn in Europe, and he will do so as well, I think. But once again, it looks like here now that he's taking control of the second set in the beginning as well. Not to this stage of the match, but I think that's the way for Wang Liqin to do. He must put pressure on Waldner in terms of being more aggressive and getting to the first crucial attack himself.
Wang Liqin trailing 3-4. Make it 4-4.
Very good service. Waldner was misjudging the spin in the serve, which gave him point immediately. Strength, but it seems a bit too easy to get points for his own service. If he can grab 10-all, that will be a bit of an opening. On the backhand side.
Waldner.
It was a lot of spin, but nevertheless, I think he could have done better. He has nothing to lose, actually. Yeah, that's great. Side spin on that. Look at this ball now. Could you see how it's receiving?
Just a great service.
It's even more than great. It's terrific service.
It just completely fooled him.
Finish the point. see that he has a chance to turn this around. It's 19 all.
29.
He has not been that aggressive any longer, so
Waldner there, just basically a changeup. Took a little off that, fooled Wang, who got caught back.
it's an open story again now. 20 all. You can never predict what can happen. So we will see if Wang can catch his service here. No.
Net.
21.
Set point, Waldner. Long. 21s.
Actually, Waldner had his chance there to clinch the set, because that was an unforced error according to my view. He had the opening and he was in shape for the forehand topspin, but missed it.
Net. Set point, Waldner.
Once again, you could see that Wang was not sure about the spin in the service and made an error immediately. It's definitely credit to Wang, and I think he now also realized that he is.
Anders Sundstrom will be following this pro circuit here on NBC Europe right through to the grand finale in Hong Kong, and a lot of cash on the line at that event. And look at this.
Far away from the table if necessary. The quality is improving, yeah.
You're right, because the first set won, but Waldner just so strong, came back to tie it up and ultimately win it and take it.
Wang is keeping his points in his own service games.
All the information you want in table tennis available for you at your fingertips.
From Waldner. No reason to be afraid.
It's tough, and that was rather evident in game number 1, where he basically just got shellacked.
Actually net and out, fortunately for him.
Long.
Good in table tennis, and you can see here how he anticipates the forehand topspin in his fourth. We know that Waldner has very good service. From there on, if he can't get into the match where Waldner is serving, I think this match is over for him. So he has to make points when Waldner is serving. Oh, this is a rally. He played much better. Something real different to really get into this match.
Into the net. 10-14. A little moisture on the table. Waldner asking that the table be dried off.
Wet is very sensible for table tennis players, especially since we're using high quality rubbers, which means that there's a loss of friction in the rubbers, and if that's wet, it doesn't work at all. So it has to be completely dry.
Really aggressive. He saw the opening in the corner, went for it, and was just a little long. You don't want to go into the net like that, though.
No, and I think this finals, it looks like it's over. It looks like he can not...
Experience being gained here by Wang Liqin, who was in his first pro circuit final against a man who's been there before, Waldner, the gold medalist in Barcelona, former world champion.
He's ranked #1 in the world on our computer list, so there is, there is nothing to say about that. And look at this now.
Folks, it has now become an exhibition.
Smashed in the last one. Not still over.
Championship point, Jan-Uwe Waldner. Long. Second championship point. And it's over. Jan-Uwe Waldner of Sweden, the #1 ranked table tennis player in the world, is the 1997 Japan Open champion. And boy, did he earn this victory. He put on a clinic. The crowd really enjoyed watching it. And Wang Liqin was just taken to school. Jan-Uwe Waldner, our 1997 men's champion.